Hello, world! It's me again. Well, I'm here because I have hit a wall. You might have noticed that I haven't posted much on my blog in the last couple of months. If you look at my weight loss tab, you might see why. I've actually gained 30 pounds in the last 8 weeks or so, and I feel extremely embarrassed, ashamed, and I didn't want to face it. I didn't want to post it for a while because I was just really I felt horrible about it because I was doing so well on my diet. But you know what? I am human and I am going to fail. But you know what? Failure is not always a bad thing. I recently found a quote and I sort of live by it now. And this quote says that failure is only the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. You know what? And that is exactly what I did. I took this last 8 weeks as I was struggling to get back on track with my diet, and I did some soul searching. I looked at my goals for Akon. I looked at my personal goals, and I just took some time to reevaluate. Everything, and I've come to the conclusion that a I need to set more realistic goals for myself. And, when I started my diet in March, I guess I was so blinded by the fact that I just wanted to be skinny that I didn't think logically that losing 235 pounds in 53 weeks is practically humanly impossible. Just by doing through diet and exercise. So I've had to reevaluate and realize that one needs to readjust one's goals as you progress. So my new goal is maybe to lose 235 pounds in no more than 16 months. So that's a little bit longer than, the 12 months that I set aside for myself. Another sort of area or another realization that I had to make is, and it hurts my ears to hear this, but I have a food addiction. And most overweight people do. There's a reason, I run to food for everything, and it's because I have an addiction to food, and in order to be successful, I need to be okay with the fact that I have a food addiction, because just like any other addiction, I can now, the fact that I know I have an addiction, deal with it as if it is an addiction, because it's never ever gonna go away. I just need to find other ways to deal with it, either a hobby, gymming, and I'm still in that process to find that. But that's along this discovery journey that I'm doing. Another area that I focused on was the purpose to or reason why I might have become fat. I didn't just become fat overnight. There's a reason that I progressively became fatter, and I have a huge you know idea that is psychologically. I grew up in this orphanage and I lived there 16 years, but I don't think that it had a big influence on my life. I don't think so, but it obviously did. There is some baggage, emotional baggage, that I need to deal with. And so therefore another part of this starting more intelligently is actually I'm actively seeking out a counselor who I can just speak with and just examine my childhood and my life so far, and maybe he can just help me create some tools to deal with those struggles, because ultimately if I don't deal with that, I am going to not be successful in the long run. It's a scary thing, that a statistic that I heard is, that people who lose 100 pounds or more are likely to gain all that weight back or double in 5 years. And I don't want to be that individual that gains that weight back. So this weight loss journey that I am on right now, I want this to be the last weight loss journey for my life, and therefore I can just easily maintain my weight loss journey. I also had to examine my reasons for losing weight. I think when I started losing weight back in March, I thought about it as, well, I'm going to lose this weight because I want to show the world that I can do it. But you know what? Any positive personal change is not a thing where you're doing it in spite or doing it to show other people. You need to do this change for yourself. And I need to realize that I had to come to the conclusion that I am losing this weight for myself. I'm losing this weight so that I can live longer. I am losing this weight so I can be healthier in my life. I'm not doing it for anybody else. I'm not doing it to show anybody that I did it. I need to do this for myself. So that's another sort of point that I now am happy with, that I now know that I am losing this weight not for anybody else but for myself. You know, Akan was also started because I wanted to encourage other individuals and to make a positive personal change in their lives. And I also want Akan to be a brand that where people can come together to encourage each other. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a personal trainer, but I am an individual that is working on this journey to make a positive personal change for myself. And I really want to encourage you, if you are listening today, to really make use of Akan. Please post on my Facebook, please email me. Let's all become a community of supporters, because just like just like I want people to become a community of supporters, I also need support, and I'm sure you also need support in your journey towards your positive personal change. So just to recap, the whole purpose of this video today was just to speak a little bit about the reason to why I haven't posted in a while. It was also just to talk about, how ashamed and disgusted I feel about my weight gain, and that I have to be okay with that and I have to be upfront about it, because if we are upfront about it, that is how we are going to encourage in each other. Another purpose was that, although I wasn't successful in the last 8 weeks, I did take that time to do a lot of psychological, emotional soul searching, and ultimately by taking that time out and doing that, I will be successful in the long run. So once again, please, 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 I know if you are out there today and you have started your journey in your positive personal change, or you want to start your journey towards your positive personal change, I encourage you to do it, and I encourage you to continue on that journey. And let's use Akan so we can all become a community of supporters. Because remember, Akan, you can, we all can. So have a fantastic world. Have a fantastic night,